Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this special figure showcase we're going to be looking at the 1985 Autobot Trax. What we're going to do with this video, we're going to have a quick look at him in all of his modes, and that'll help you decide how you want to display him. We'll have a look at the accessories that come with him, and that'll help you know if yours is complete or not. I'll point out things that you need to be aware of if you have to purchase one for yourself, and as I'm lucky enough to have a couple of different types of packaging, we can have a look at the artwork and the battle scenes on the back of that. Okay, let's get started. And to be honest, this guy doesn't really need an introduction. He is fantastic, and again, one of my favourite figures and toys as a child. I just love everything about him. I just think he looks amazing. So he came out in 1985 as part of Series 2 or Wave 2 of the original Generation 1 range of figures, and here he is. And again, I know it's Generation 1, so his articulation is minimal. He's got a bit of shoulder rotation up there. And maybe a little bit as what would be known as the elbow there, I think. These are so stiff. Yep, there you go. But it's a bit high up. The legs, none at all. They just literally slot down. And the same with the feet. It's just mainly, there's movement there, but that's just for the transformation rather than for the articulation into pose. Although you can twist him at the waist, but again, that's mainly for the transformation. But look at that robot mode. It's amazing. Even if you're missing the wings, he still looks really good. Even if you haven't got the accessories there to put on the top, he still looks really good. You can clearly tell with this guy, though, that stickers are going to be a big issue. I think you can get repro labels anyway, but you need his stickers. He looks so good. And with him being one of the original Autobot cars as well, he's got die cast on there, so you need to be aware of that. He's obviously got chrome in his wheels, so you need to be looking out for that. And of course, stickers plays a big part in the other mode as well, but we're just going to have a quick look at the robot mode. Yeah, absolutely amazing. Super fond memories of this guy when I was a kid. He's not going to stand on carpet. There we go. Let's have a look at the accessories then before we go into the alternate mode, because I'm going to attach some of the accessories to the alternate mode. So you've got 4 missiles that come on a sprue like this. They're a little bit sun faded actually. Then you've got the mount, which fits on the back of the hood, which is this. So you need to ensure it's got both of the tabs and the tab there to fit in the actual back. Then you've got 2 of these, a left and a right missile launcher. These fit like so. And then before I attach it to the actual alternate mode, I'm going to show you his gun. So there is his gun, and this is quite a unique one because it literally just slots over the top of his hand. There's no peg to pop into it, it just slots over. So he's got quite a few accessories, to be fair. That's why he's quite hard to get complete on the secondary market. Let's have a little look at the alternate mode then, and I think this is what makes this. It's stunning, absolutely stunning. So we've obviously got a 1980 Chevrolet Corvette, and again, I mentioned stickers in robot mode, but you can clearly see, especially in this mode, he definitely needs the good stickers, and they need to be lined up, etc. I suppose scratching, because the blue is such a nice shade of blue, is something to look out for. And to be fair, I've just remembered I have seen some of these, some faded in the past, so that's something to look out for. The tyres are rubber, so they can perish away, and I've already mentioned the chrome. When you turn it around, I suppose you can sort of tell that they're arms maybe, but otherwise it looks phenomenal. I know there is another mode, but I'm not going to take them out of the boxes for this. I'm going to show you this first and foremost. So we're going to attach this to the roof. So there you go. So you've even got the missile launchers on the roof. And I'm going to now show you the third mode. And I suppose this is another reason which made this toy so cool. It's got the third flying mode. And I very rarely transform these. I literally just had a quick go before I started the camera. And this is going to sound scary. There we go. So you were able to pull the wings out like so underneath. These just, as you can tell, these are just, they're obviously not played with. Bring it out, it's going to click. Lovely. So you've got this bonus flying car mode as well, which just think it looks brilliant. And for the imagination of a child, it's perfect, isn't it? Look, it's great. There we go. So there's the other mode. The one thing I will say as well, and I forgot to mention, is sometimes the springs here on extremely heavily overplayed with figures, they don't always clip back in, and then you get a horrible gap all around there. So that is something to be aware of as well. So there are all 3 of his modes. I'm just going to take this back off and then transform him slowly back, just so you can see it's very simple. You are just literally folding out the wheels and clicking them underneath. I probably should have brought a reissue, but all of these are originals and it's all clicked in nicely there. There we go. Again, fantastic modes, fantastic figure. What I'm going to show you now is the packaging. I've got a few different types of packaging. Even though there's 3 gold boxes there, they are all different, so I'm just going to show you them. Move the accessories out of the way. So we've got the original 1985 boxed one there, and again, his artwork is fantastic. You can see how good he looks there, and there's obviously transformation process on the back. And then we've got something rather interesting when we turn it round, so I'm going to talk only briefly about it, but not too much. We've got the amazing battle scene, and funnily enough, there is the infamous red tracks that was obviously released by Milton Bradley at the time. That's because the Diaclone pictures, as you can see, the original, Diaclone artwork, he was red. So there is actually a red tracks. It's not just a myth. If you Google or search for Milton Bradley, you will see a boxed one. I've actually got a friend who's got one. It's amazing. So there's the original one there. And what I'm quickly going to show you now, just again, if you want to make sure that it's complete, this is the original instruction booklet. And this is from the reissues. So what you're looking for is, I mean, obviously this is in a different language, but the main font of Transformers is different. You can get an English one, but the font would still be different. So that's what you're looking for. This is the original. The different font in the Transformers is for these reissues here. Now, for those of you who don't know, the reissues are all official figures. They are all reissued. They came out about the same time as the Chinese issues. Not the knockoffs, not the KOs. 1991 this was from. Some of the reissues started the year before, and this one I'm lucky enough to say is sealed, so he's staying exactly like that, and he will go off for grading. But this one is the Spanish version, and that's why you've got Más allá de la imaginación. That's terrible Spanish, I'm sorry, probably more French, but there you go. But there we go, I can do the cinco años, I can do that better. So you can tell by the language there, and again, I'm really lucky with this. I've upgraded from the last video of this to get a sealed one. And unfortunately though, on the back, the artwork, it's okay, but it's not really a good battle scene. It's basically just an advertisement of all the figures that they brought out under the reissue line. So you can get reissues of Sideswipe, Tracks, Jazz, Astro Train, Blades, Hotspot. I've done a few videos on most of these, to be fair, so if you're interested in the gold boxes, there's a collection gold box video for you to have a nose at, and most of the figures I've managed to get around to doing with the gold boxes. So we've got these to the side now. This is, of course, the English version, and it's really easy to tell because all the fonts, all the writing is in English. So as I say, these were all released at the same time, excuse me, just in different countries. The artwork on the back is exactly the same. His tech spec is the same. Everything's the same. And then this one, I suppose, is the interesting one. This one is the French and Dutch dual language one. And there you go. So you've got the different languages there. And I know somebody commented on this sticker in one of my complete collection videos. Apparently it was an old shop in the Netherlands and it brought back some nice memories. So hope it does again. Now I'm giving this a bit more detail. And again, everything on the back, you've got the dual language there though. So that makes it a teeny bit more interesting, but everything else is exactly the same. And yeah, it's such a great toy. It is such a great toy. It always was such a great toy. I believe it's been reissued by Toys R Us as well, I think in the early 2000s. There is a knockoff actually available, and I've done a video on how to tell the difference in the knockoffs on the boxes. That's on my channel. I'm going to be doing a more in-depth one as soon as lockdown's over, because the collector's now opened that box. So me and Transformers UK Collector from Instagram are going to be doing much more in-depth knockoff comparison videos. But for now, here he is. As I've said, he's the 1985 Series 2 Autobot Tracks. Very, very popular. He's got a Masterpiece version. There's more versions of him down the Generations line. He's just a great figure, a great alternate mode, a great character. And yeah, again, you can tell as well, probably by the way that I'm speaking about him, how fond I am of the character and of course the toy. I was lucky enough to have him as a child. So for anybody else who was as well, I hope this brought back some really nice memories for you. I hope it helped you, on your decision if you wanted to get one or how to display him. And most of all, just hope you enjoyed it. And thank you everybody for your comments, likes and feedback. And of course, please do take care. Thanks for watching. Like and comment. And don't forget to subscribe.